Hey everyone, welcome to my first episode of Soul Sessions. And I'm really excited to start doing some regular lives and talking about things that are on my mind because I'm always thinking and always have things that I want to talk about and just, I don't want to blog them, I want to vlog them. So I thought what better way to start my first session of Soul Sessions with what I took away from my recent trip to India. So for those of you who don't know, I just got back literally a couple of days ago from one of the most amazing trips of my life. It was so incredible. So many moments of enlightenment and lessons and blessings, and I just want to share them with you, what I took away from it. So I'm home for 2 more weeks, and then I'm back off out of here to Vegas with the babes in business for 2 weeks. For a week, sorry. A little bit of work, but a little bit of play as well. We're going to go and see Anthony Robbins and Bob Proctor, so I'm so excited about that. So I'll probably have another Soul Session episode when I get back from that trip at the end of the month. So anyway, back to India. I want to talk about my takeaways, and one in particular sort of kept coming up, like one in particular message for me, and it kept niggling at me, so I was really inspired to go and dig a little bit further and just read up on why it kept coming up for me, and I found out a lot about myself and a lot about money, which is obviously what this live is titled. I want to share with you what I took away, mostly for my own records, so I can look back on this and remind myself. But I thought, if I'm going to record this and talk about this, I may as well share it with you guys, and hopefully it at least reaches one person out there, and hopefully it resonates with that one person, and it's enough for them to do something about it. So one of the really cool experiences that we had is we went to an orphanage over there in Rishikesh. It was incredible. It was like both happy and sad and just like a mixed bag of emotions. But it was really cool to go and hang out there and and just hear the story about, what the lady who founded the orphanage, her story in terms of how she's gotten to where she is today and what she does for these amazing kids. It's insane. And so what I really realized while I was visiting the orphanage was that people can be so happy with nothing, and what we perceive to be nothing, or what we perceive to be poverty, but to them, they have everything and they're so grateful, and they've got, not a stress in the world. They've got clothes, they've got food, they've got water, they have amazing education, they have someone who loves them, they've got friendships, and they have purpose. And, like us, and I think this always happens when you go to like a developing world country and you come back to reality. We have so much here. We're so blessed to have so many beautiful things in our life, yet, so many of us are unhappy. So give me some love hearts or the thumbs up if you've ever been to a developing world and you've sort of had that realization as well. Because that was pretty profound for me. So like, back in Australia, like, you look around and everyone's just striving for success and goals and better income, and, we get there and then we finally achieve something we want to have achieved for so long, and then it's like, oh my gosh, what's the next thing? And it's always about striving for more, and it's this never-ending race against ourselves. And, for me, it really humbled me to be grateful for what I already have, because it's a lot. I'm immensely abundant, and to relish in the now more than anything rather than worry about the future so much. Because I'm just so grateful for what I have now. I live in my dream home. I have beautiful friendships and an amazing partner and great healthy family, and I have everything I need. I have an amazing career and beautiful people surrounding me. So it was just really good to get sort of grounded and come back down to earth and see, what so much the pressure that we put on ourselves sometimes. So that was one thing. But the next thing I acknowledged was obviously money, and that's why I titled this soul session around money. And my message about money was, extremely profound. Hey Mel, how you going? Hey Rose. So yeah, what I'm about to say, you know, you may or may not agree with me, and I'm aware that I might piss some people off, and that's okay. If you don't agree with what I'm about to say, I believe that's 100% healthy. We're all entitled to our own insights and opinions, and you know, so I just ask that you listen with an open heart and an open mind, and hopefully it makes sense to you the message that I'm trying to get out. So yeah, it became so apparent to me how so many people, so many of us, buy things that we don't really need with money we don't have to impress people we don't even like. And, you know, we become trapped in this world where the things that you own end up owning you. And, you know, advertising has us chasing all these ridiculous things like expensive cars, designer clothes, materialistic things that have like little or no importance. And, you know, we buy these things and work in jobs that we hate so that we can buy all this shit that we don't even need. And it was just like such a massive realization for me. And it became so clear to me that you are not your job, and you are not the car that you drive. You are not the clothes that you wear, or the designer bag that's hanging off your arm, or the contents in your wallet. You know, we live in such a consumer-driven world, and so many people have fallen into that trap of a lifestyle obsession. You know, we're so obsessed. It's so funny to watch. Like, I just got so, it was like a massive slap in the face for me. And, you know, it was just really crazy to see that there are people not too far away from us who are, you know, they're stuck in a never-ending war. They're involved in crime to survive. There are, you know, others dying of poverty, and there are children being sold for sex slavery. And, you know, we're more concerned about our next payday so that we can pay for extra special TV with extra channels on it and with nothing but rubbish on it. And then, you know, I'm waiting for payday. I want to buy some undies with some guy named Calvin's name on it. Like, it's ridiculous. And I know that there's a lot of people, maybe someone watching this live, where there's more month at the end of the money, and they're just stuck in this vicious cycle of living beyond their means, and all it is fulfilling our ego. So while I was over there, I read this amazing book, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks, and man, so much stood out for me in this book. If you haven't read it, I really urge you to take a read or download it on Audible. But one of the lines that he said that really stood out to me said that, he said, you will never have enough money to buy all the things that you don't really need, and you will never have enough time to do all the things that you don't really want to do. So why do it? And, you know, our concept, I believe, on time and money, it's built around scarcity. And the craziest thing of all is that the advertising industry thrives off the fact that they know this and most of us don't. And so the other thing I noticed, you know, is I notice this all the time. You know, people unable to afford to invest in their health. Obviously, I'm in the health and wellness industry. I'm a nutrition coach, and I have an online program that helps people literally change their lives. And so I talk to hundreds and hundreds of people every week who are looking for an answer on how to heal their bodies. And obviously with my holistic program, it's proven, it's scientifically backed. You know, there are thousands of people from all around the world who are doing this incredible program, getting great results. And this program is available to anyone for as little as a cup of coffee a day. And yet I have people daily saying they can't afford it, which to me is nuts. You know, health is obviously one of my biggest values. It's why I left my career to enter the holistic health world. And to see people daily not value their health, not put it first, not valuing preventing disease and illness because a cup of coffee is way more important. You know, again, it's that immediate gratification thing versus long-term vision. And it 100% baffles me every single day. I'm just like, how is it that $3.50 is too much, you know, for you to put yourself and your health first? And that's just one example. But anyway, so it made me think about why we do this. And yeah, I came to the conclusion that most people have this ridiculous fantasy of being rich and famous, and they put value on buying items that give them that immediate gratification that instantly depreciates in value. And so they become this slave to money, and money never works for them because they never buy appreciables. They never buy real assets that go up in value instead of down, and they begin building a life for themselves where money is not making you money. And there's this big, amazing world where investing and trading and all that amazing cool stuff is really working for a lot of people because their money is making them money. But those people have long-term vision. They don't need that immediate gratification. And so that's why there's a massive difference between successful people and non-successful people. And I see it all the time in entrepreneurs, and even in long-time business owners and successful people, and especially in my type of business, all the time. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. I see people having this exponential growth, and they grow incredible amounts of wealth in a very short amount of time, to just subconsciously sabotage themselves because they don't understand that long-term vision. They're willing to let that long-term vision thing go for immediate gratification, and then the immediate high of that feeling plummets just as fast as it went up, and then their self-worth shrivels to shreds, and they're trapped in this world where they're living in this world where they have no assets. Everything they own has no value, just liability, and they're stuck in the world of consumerism. And so people, I hear this all the time, I just want financial freedom. It's so funny how many people just want financial freedom. And I talk to so many people every day, especially in my second part of my business where I mentor people in business, in Babes in Business, and about how, life would be so much better when they're earning this much money, or life would be so much better when I can quit my job, or life will be easier when this or that. And they start their entrepreneurial journey and they can't stay focused on it because of the unrealistic expectations they've put on themselves from all the brainwashing on TV, online, from people around them, stuck in that consumerism world, and they just want get rich quick fixes, and it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. So, what is my answer to having wealth, health, and abundance and happiness? Hey Phil, hey Jazz, hey Sean, give me some love if you're loving this so far. So, my answer to having wealth, health, and abundance, in your life, and I've learnt the hard way. I'm not saying that I was never there, because I definitely was. And I think this is why it was so profound for me in India, because it just all came to me. I was like, all these messages were coming to me. And so I believe that you can only become healthy and wealthy at the same time and happy when you serve others in some way, shape or form, when you have a purpose and you fulfill that. When you have control and manage your income, when you value money and the importance of saving it. Minimum 10% of your income has to be going to savings, and you have to have that willpower to not touch it, because that savings that you accumulate, you can make your money work for you and make you money when you invest it in things. It does wonders for you. So, then learning how to invest, investing in yourself by paying for courses and investing time to learn how to actually invest your money in appreciables. That is, the next thing. Learning the universal laws and principles wrapped around, things like tithing, giving back to people, giving without expecting back. Just giving to a cause that really opens your heart and means something to you. When you feed inspiration, it comes back to you in so many ways, and I've definitely learnt that. Being open to accumulating money and not blowing it, not buying bullshit that doesn't mean anything. Cars, clothes, designer handbags, whatever it is. Being strict with yourself and knowing that people who are very successful, one of my friends has this awesome saying. It's called, it says something like, speak less than you know, have less than you show, or something like that. Anyway, it's amazing because it's so true. People who are wealthy and who have their shit together, they're not parading all their rubbish online and showing off and things like that. They're actually investing their money in areas where it's making money for them. And so, the other thing I believe, like, creating that abundance of health and wealth and happiness is creating a legacy or something that's going to leave a footprint on the planet, so that when you leave this earth, it continues to live on. Don't save to buy things, save to have security, save to buy assets instead. And rather than working for money, have money work for you. Learn how to create a residual income. I'm just going to name drop Babes in Business, because that's what we're all about. We're all about teaching you how to make a residual income and creating, whether it's a second stream or it becomes your plan A. That's what we do. And I guess the last thing is having the willingness to give up that immediate gratification and have a long-term vision. I think a lot of people, especially my age, don't have that. They don't understand long-term vision. They have no idea what it is, because you go on an app and you can order your food and Uber Eats is at your door within 20 minutes. You don't even have to wait for a TV show these days. You can just 10 play it, or you don't. I know people who don't even watch a whole season of shows because they just want to watch it all in one hit and binge. That's just our generation now. So having that long-term vision for things is amazing and going to do wonders. So anyway, once you have all of that down pat, your wealth grows and it accumulates, and you can't defy it. It's like gravity. You can't defy it. Your wealth just grows. And guys, I'm certainly no expert in any of this. Everything I'm talking about now is literally just years of research, working on myself, working on my wealth, applying principles that have literally taken years to perfect, and I'm still perfecting it. I'm not perfect. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I've worked really hard on behind the scenes on how to create wealth for myself. And I have incredible mentors and coaches that have taught me all of this, and I just spent 3 weeks with them in India. And if any of this is resonating to you and you want to know more about it, I'm more than happy to give you their details. They're insane. I love their philosophy and their way of thinking, their teaching. It's totally changed my life. So if you want those details, let me know. I'm more than happy to give you their website, whatever. For my friends and family, they can vouch for me. People who have watched me grow over the last 4 years. I went from a broke uni student to somehow landing my dream job, to getting incredible promotions and having all these random opportunities and different income streams come my way, to then opening a business, to meeting my income, then surpassing my full-time nursing income. It's been years of work, but it's because I studied it all so hard to make it work. And so the reason why I wanted to share this with you is because I just wanted to inspire you to maybe stop living in that world where, you're trapped, you're stuck, with no money and buying shit that you don't need and not saving and not living a life that's lighting you up. And that's why I love Babes in Business. That's why I love my job, because some people join Babes in Business because they just want an extra $500 a month to pay for a babysitter and go on date night. Some people just want $1,000 a month because they'd love to pay for their rent. Or some others were like me, and I was like, I do not want an average income. I want to be a 6, 7 plus multiple figure income earner. So how can I create something for myself where I can give back to people and get something in return for that, so I can live the life of my dreams? So I love empowering people daily. It's why I'm going to start soul sessions, which I'm so excited about. Whether I help people, build a business where they're working on that full time, or it's just a second stream of income to earn, part-time income. I love doing that, and I love helping people have more confidence in embarking in their entrepreneurial journey, because I know the satisfaction I've got from it, and I love sharing that with others. So just a side note to that too, I know a lot of people here are not interested in owning their own business, and that's cool. Like, it's not for everyone. I totally understand that. But for those of you who do own your business, something really cool that I found out was that when you own your own business, did you know it actually allows you to pay less tax? And, you know, when you work for someone else, you're always going to be paying more tax, and you'll pay less tax working for yourself. And again, you'll pay even way less tax when you begin to invest your money. And I guess the reason for that is because the government rewards people that they don't have to save and rescue later down the track. I don't know. But it's pretty amazing. And so if you want to save and make more money, it's pretty easy. You just take as much money as you can and create a second, third, fourth, you know, stream of income by investing in shares or options or property or whatever it is. Have it work for you instead of you working for money, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm going on a total tangent here, so I'm going to leave it there. I'm a little bit on fire right now. I'm really passionate about this. Obviously, this live has gone on for way longer than I anticipated, so I'm sorry. So anyway, that's one of the things I took away from India amongst a million other things. But I just wanted to share that with you because, yeah, if you feel like you're stuck in that trap that I'm talking about, and you're treading on water every month, you know, there's more months at the end of the money and you have no idea how you're going to make it to payday, get in touch with me. I'd love to help you. I love doing what I do, and I get to help hundreds of people every day do it. And yeah, I just love to connect with you. It's fun. You make so many beautiful friends. We're going to Vegas. There's about 100 of us going to Vegas in 2 weeks altogether to go and learn and grow a little bit more and invest in ourselves. And if you want to come to Vegas, there's still some space. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for joining my live. I hope it was of some type of value to you, and I'm sending you lots of love, and have a beautiful Tuesday.